What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this one we're going to be just going over Flipper. Many of you may have seen the old site and know of it, but what we're going to do is actually find a site, an affiliate website, and go over it and really do a whole SEO overhaul on the site to see how good the site is. And we're going to look at, like, a successful site, so you guys can see different sites in different niches. So sometimes I'm going to do it through Flipper, and then other times I'll do the video where I just basically look for an affiliate site on the internet and then review it through that, like, through different niches. So I'm going to do this like every single week. So anytime I record a video on a Thursday, this is exactly what it will be. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna go into Flipper. So they've completely changed it up now. We've got this whole thing like where they've made it more business orientated opposed to just website specific. So it appears like we can get software as a service, marketplace, advertising, which is websites and stuff now, and then e-commerce, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is go over to here, and the way you use it now is if you click like onto any of these sites and you click start negotiation, it still takes you to the old site. So that's all I wanted to do, was get onto that. And once I'm here, I'm just going to do a website search. So what I'm going to do is search for something like Amazon or something like that. And we don't want iOS, don't want Android, we just want website, not Amazon FBA. And how do we want it monetized? Okay, so we want we'll do let's have a look. Where's the monetization tab? Okay, so we want it monetized through AdSense, and no, AdSense, ClickBank, Amazon. Yeah, I'd say that will do. And then we're just going to click search. So it will show us all these different sites. There's 267. These are most relevant, and we can yeah, we'll just take a look, just a browse, randomly. So let me just go down. I'd usually do a different sorting again. Okay, verified, 500 per month profit, ClickBank, dropship. No, don't want to look at that. Amazon, AdSense. All right, so what we're going to do is take a look at this site. I just found this, which is called Repair Daily. So I'm going to open that website, and we'll keep that open. And what we're going to do is just basically check it over. I've got like a few notes here that I'll go through and basically just use as reference to make some few checks if I miss anything out. But yeah, so I can see here that the unique visitors at current date is roughly about 7,700 visitors per month, and page views are about 9,000. So how that happens is some of these unique visitors will repeat visit the website. So this is really good all the time. You want to see obviously a lot of traffic coming from direct organic search, because what it is like when you get like websites that are built up over social media, I don't really feel that that's sustainable, especially with how kind of vulnerable social media is. So it can easily change. Things can easily change dramatically, just like it could in Google, but I believe Google to be a bit more sustainable. Now you can see here with the revenue, so the revenue's gone down over time, and let's have a look. The page views have kept kind of steady. So like, okay, it's slowly deteriorated from 20,000 down to roughly 7,000. So their page views have gone down, and so has the actual income of the site. Okay, so it's on a decline. Now a majority of the time you also want to check, so this is a new seller, so that's a bit whatever, you'd want to check this out. But we're not here to buy the site. What we're looking at is the actual fundamentals of the website and what makes it successful to a certain degree, to make $193. So usually they'll explain exactly why it's declining here, whether they've neglected it or whatever else, and then you've got proof of earnings here as well. So if we were to take a look at this, you can see domain content, what's required to keep it operational. So enjoy passive income. So you can see straight away this person's just like left the site because they're saying enjoy passive income. So they've just left it to make money, like without updating it or anything. They said, why are you selling it? He needs money for another project. So you could tell, he's answering it so simple as well. He's not trying to put any effort in here. How does the business generate revenue? We help people choose the best product for their purpose. I like the way he worded that, to get referral money by leading them to Amazon. We also run Ezoic for ads. So Ezoic ads, which is a form of AdSense income, and then sponsored posts, they charge $100 per link. So that's for if anyone wants to get a backlink from them, they'll charge them 100 for a guest post, or something along those lines. Like maybe they just do a featured post or something like that. Are there any expenses? None. It's passive income, blah blah blah. Yep. What marketing strategies? So they've done SEO, manual outreach for backlinks. How can the future owner improve? Build more content and links. They'll show you the strategy. Okay, so you can see obviously the Amazon income. This is a video, so they always give you like these YouTube videos, like quick 30 seconds or something like that. So you'll be able to see, that if it goes to last year, it will show you the earnings here. So we'll see that. So you can see this is like over the course of a year, 5,000 whatever, and then he's going to show you this year as well. So he's got proof of income there and whatever else. This is the kind of stuff you find on Flipper all the time. Okay, so anyway, that's how much its current price is, and 6 bids, so people have bidded for it, and then the reserve is at 6,000, so it needs to go up another 200 before it can potentially sell, and you can buy it now for 10k. Okay, so what we're going to do is go over this site. So first of all, what I do like is it's got a Ssl certificate, which is important. So like this is like a quick SEO failure for most sites. They don't have Ssl certificate. I like the fact that they've just got the actual website brand and .com, like with the HTTPS, because like I use www on mine, but like it's a lot more easier for people to remember the brand if it's just like the actual website .com. Okay, so that's not like an SEO thing or anything like that, but that's just like something that's useful. And if we come down, I genuinely like the whole theme of the site. So we can check the theme that they're using as well. Not that it matters, but we'll check it as well. So we'll just go over to what theme is that, and I'll just run a quick check on that quickly. We'll be able to see exactly what theme they're using. Okay, so they're using Thrive Architect, like the visual editor. So the theme probably will not, show through if they're using Thrive on top. Okay, so all this kind of thing could be Thrive, like that kind of box and stuff like that. Okay, so either way, it looks like they're using a free theme. What theme? Yeah, let me just see, because they must be. I'm positive they're using like a WordPress theme that you can find. Let me just see. I think this one will find it. Sometimes you have to use a few of these tools, We just wait for that to load up. Yeah, but whilst that's happening anyway, we can take a look on the pages. So first off, it looks pretty good. I don't know what this blank space is at the top. Like, it's not something huge. It's not a problem like that. But on first impressions, it could be like a little bit better this closer up or something. So they've got like nice categories, everything's sectioned, gardening, outdoors and gardening, and then they've got like the reviews. So these are going to be all the kind of these are going to be all the affiliate products that they're reviewing. But here they might be they might have affiliate products here as well. So what we'll do is I'll first of all click into this. I like the way so far that it's sectioned. They've also got an email capture there as well, which is pretty good. Let's have a look at the theme. Okay, so this theme is the one that I'm always preaching, Generate Press, which is a really good theme. Generate Press is the one that Warren Wheeler recommends. I don't know if any of you know who he is. He's from AM Ninjas. This theme is like the best free theme that I can recommend. Like honestly, I used this on my site at the beginning, and it's a really good theme. So it's just simple. There's nothing really sort of fancy about it. But I don't know why these gaps are coming up. This guy needs to sort out his back end code. He's got huge gaps, like, because down here that looks good, but I don't know what he's done up there. But anyway, so you can see this. You can usually go after these people on Facebook and whatever else. And let's just take a look at the post. So I did actually see this post the other day. I think this was a guy who said he... Oh, no, it was something else. It wasn't this. So I love the images, the sizing and everything. And then you've got this quick navigation guide. So what's really good about this is it also allows you to potentially, rank for different keywords. If you had like a keyword here um, as your subheadings, you'd be able to use them as H2s and H3s and potentially rank for them on Google. I've done it with many keywords, on my on-page SEO, and you're able to rank for multiple different keywords on one post. Okay, so it's got a lot of gaps. I don't know what this gap's about, but even there, I don't know if he's meant to have ads there or something like that. I don't have a clue, but he's also using, I believe, Social Warfare, the plugin here. So that's to share. He's got one share there as well. But overall, so let's have a look at what keyword he's trying to go for. So vinyl flooring, pros and cons. So what we're going to do is just do a check for that and see, how much he's used it. Okay, so he's got it once, just in the first part of the article. Okay, and let's just have a look. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drum this into SiteLiner as well. We're going to check for any broken links on his site or anything like that. Now, this is the first review that I'm doing on the channel, guys. So, hopefully you guys can learn along with me. I do usually do it in my own time anyway, but, obviously when you're recording, it's a little bit different. You're under a little bit more pressure not to make any big errors anyway. You can still make mistakes, no problem. But this will tell you, basically, this site is called SiteLiner. It will tell me about any duplicate content on the site. You don't really want to see it about 10%, 12%, something like that. And also show you any broken links on the site as well. I mean, it does give you other information, but those are the kind of things like external links and internal links it will also give you and show you. But I'm not really too fussed about that. So if we were to look at this for on-page SEO, though, I can't really, let's have a look at this. So where's this going to? So that's to a broken link. That's a broken link, sorry. And that's the only link he's got on the page. Now, personally, I would actually, have a few outbound links on this content. So this looks like, I don't know how many words this is, but I'd have a few outbound links, probably about 2 outbound links on this page. He's using the pros and cons well, bullet points. That's really good. A lot of people scroll down straight to the bottom and they really want to gather the idea of the post by the bottom, and then they'll come back up and read. So that's really good. He's got a nice conclusion or summary you can add there. And the imagery is good as well. So you get straight into the content, which is really good. People want to get reading, and then they will have the images throughout the content, which is really good. So I think that's good about the site. Okay, so what I'm going to do is also go over to my tool key search, and I'm going to plug this tool in there and see the traffic of whether it's true to what he claims. So first of all, I can check that with SimilarWeb. So you can see on SimilarWeb, estimated visits are about 22.3k per month. So this is over the last 6 months. You can see in September 2018, his traffic was all the way up at 75k. So, it's not the same as what we saw on here, but when did this show? This was showing, this is May 18, March. Okay, so September. So that was saying, okay, yeah, so roughly, no, it isn't. It's completely different, because they were saying 75,000 visitors around that time, and he's claiming that it wasn't. So SimilarWeb might be potentially out on this. You can see there's no broken links, which is really good, and duplicate content is at 2%, and it hasn't yet finished, but that's really, really good for a website. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this and explore the website. So we're going to see, he said that a majority of his traffic's coming organically. So we'll be able to see that on this tool. Now, this tool is really good. It's the one that I use for all my SEO. It has tracking, everything. If you want to see more videos on it, then you can see that across my channel. And also, you can get you can sign up to it and use it and try it out for only $13 a month in the description below if you do want to use this tool. But anyway, so what I can see here is this tool will basically tell me the strength of his domain, which is pretty good. It's a pretty strong domain, so it's been around for some time. I think he said the site is 3 years old, so yeah, it's going to build up some authority. He's got one position 1 ranking, so you can see this in the ranking distribution. He's got 342 rankings. That's in between the 4 and 10 position. 555, 11 to 20, so on and so forth. Ranking strength based on Google, based on his rankings and traffic, is this 3.6, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all. And he can go for moderate keywords based on his ranking power, according to this tool. And then he's got 282 do follow links, so he's got quite a few do follow links. And then the top referring domains are these big, powerful domains. So these are very, very strong domains. Okay, and these are top level domains, and most of them are coming from .coms, which is really good. Okay, so if I was to look at his keywords, we can see here, we just take a quick look and see. Okay, so he's got more than one position 1 ranking, so the tool is not showing us all of it there. So we can see, you know, he's getting reasonable traffic here, and let's just see what keywords bringing him the most traffic. So it's ranking for quite a few terms. Okay, so this one in position 5 is actually bringing, but he's only getting 185 visitors from that. It's not huge over the course of a month, and it says he's getting about 6,100 visits per month. So according to what he said, you know, it's roughly about the same thing, really. He went all the way down to like 7,000, so that's pretty good. Okay, so we can see that the page authority is really, really high at 40. Domain authority is high at 35, and then the domain strength, I think it said 3.6 before, but 3.8 or whatever. That's really good. Total backlinks 958. He's got 1,000 odd followers on Facebook, and a huge amount of keywords that they are ranking for, over 5,000 keywords. But obviously that can range, you know, from the top, that's in the top 100 though, so that's really good, really good. Okay, so if we're to look at the SEO content, we can see here that the meta description and everything seems good. This is the home page anyway, though. This is just a page analysis, so this is for a specific page. You know, they always want between 10 and 70 characters for titles, which is really good. H2s, this again, like, you know, you're not really going to check this on specifically. I mean, this is just a page analyzer, so you can see obviously he's got a few H2s, which is really good. It's got images on the site, which is good. He hasn't put alt attributes. Okay, so what that is when you basically publish a post on your website, it has alt text, and that's what you should be putting onto your images. That's for Google to better understand your imagery and your website. So if I were to go, like, you know, for example, when Google comes and the robot comes up and it inspects this, it wants to see the alt text, so potentially Google can't understand what this is. Like, it doesn't have anything describing what it is, not for the robot to understand. Okay, just to explain that in simple term. Okay, then it will come down. So this usually is always, you know, like iframes are always a problem on the site. It's not really, I don't really know if that is a problem. Like I have iframes on all my pages. Okay, URL rewrite. URL is friendly. Okay, no underscores detected in URLs. Now this I never really paid attention to until I came onto this tool. So it says you shouldn't have underscores, like, you know, up here or something. If you had like an underscore and whatever else, they don't. Apparently Google doesn't like it. And so then it shows you what's passing juice, link juice, okay, from one thing to the other. So you can see all of these anchors passing link juice, okay. So that's on like the homepage most probably, and these are keywords on the usability. So it's got a favicon, so that's this little icon here. So that's really good for the site, again, for SEO, okay, because it makes it just look like a legitimate site. Okay, the W3C validity is not there. Like I don't, you know, I have that, sorry, on my site, but I done a video on it. That's the only time when I set it up. I don't really think it's something that it's an SEO purpose for technical SEO, but I mean, if you're just writing good content without this, you'll be fine. Perfect. You've declared your chart set. I don't know what that is. Okay, speed tips. Your website doesn't use any nested tables, which is good. Okay. Apple icon, mobile optimization. So what you can check is if the site's responsive. That's a good thing. So when you know a site's responsive is if you do this and it's straight away. Let me just get rid of that. Sorry. Okay. If it molds into the shape of like a mobile and stuff, like without no problem. So you can see that it just goes straight into the mobile, and then you can, so as I widen that back out again, it's a responsive website. Okay, so that's really good for accelerated mobile phones. Yeah, okay, so that's really good. And he has a site map, which is really important for SEO. So that's how Google understands your site. It basically is like an index or breakdown of your site. He's also got the robot.txt. It's got the file, and the file's not, stopping any URLs. Sorry, not stopping any bots from crawling the site. Okay, so what that could potentially do, I don't know if we go to it, if it tells you there, but basically, yeah, so you can see here, these are the things that he would have disallowed, but there's nothing he's disallowing, so like leech and all that stuff, that's good. So that's it, but he's not disallowing any, crawlers from coming across his site and understanding it. Okay, so overall, this site looks pretty good. Let's have a look at what else I've got on here. So meta, well indexed, well answered. Yeah, so the next thing that after we've done the on page and stuff like that, there's no duplicate content. Site speed is good, I believe. I'm just going to go down to the bottom. That's the last thing we're going to check. Yep, so site speed is good. Okay, and user experience based on that is good, and this will give you a few tips on what you could potentially fix with the site. Again, this is pretty good. 55, it's not bad, so it's pretty good overall. Good site. Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do is basically just go into the content now, because I'm not really sure there's anything else yet. So social media profiles, they've got that, which is really good. Well, I'm not sure actually. They've got they have. Yeah, they've got social media. I think, is that to share it, or is that their social? That's their social media, which is really good. Yeah, because this is all the following it showed us earlier, as he had Facebook page likes and all that stuff. But yeah, so that it overall looks really good. I like the way it's set out. It's very easy to understand. Nice spacing and white area, white background around. Like when someone's got too much text, you can't digest the information. And we'll just like take a random read through the content just to understand it. So as we mentioned earlier, blah blah blah, you have to, however things, really nice and broken down in easy to understand format, appearance, so on and so forth. And then he gives you a visual image to aid and help you to better understand the resource. I think if I could give any advice on this page, I would definitely sort out these little areas. That's being picky, but for SEO purposes, I would have some outbound links on this page. Now, the reason why I would is it will help people to better understand the post, and also it will look a lot more, genuine to Google. Okay, but it's not a big problem if you don't like, but I just would. That's what I would do. This is not an affiliate post to where you're trying to get them to just click your link to buy. So there's no reason why you wouldn't have outbound links on this page. Okay, he's used the keyword once inside of this whole text. And then, he may be potentially using LESI keywords or, variations of the keyword throughout this article. Okay, so this looks pretty good. And what I like about the site is it's not completely just money posts. Like if you make a site purely just like best this, best that, best this, best that, it doesn't look genuine. So, some people make sites that are just like completely constantly talking about buying something, which doesn't look genuine to people. When someone comes through, they're going to look at the authenticity of your site. They're going to want to see. So again, I don't know if he had ads on this site and he's removed them or something. There's a lot of gaps, but I love the way this post is, the way it's set out. It's really nice and easy to understand. Nice amount of text. He's got a summary there, and then he's got the resources, the references that he's obviously referenced to inside of this, which is really good because that provides the outbound links on this post. Okay, so he's got quite a few outbound links on this post, which is really good. Okay, and this is an internal link, so this takes you over to another piece of content that he's got here. And yeah, I love it. I think it's really nice, really lovely site. Okay, so what I'm going to check next is the reviews. So we're going to see. So I like the way it's sectioned. Again, you know, he might have a silo going on in this site. So, you know, silo effect where he's interlinking between each, you know, within categories in that sense. He's tagged these as well. Like, I don't use tags. I started off using them when I had Generate Press, but now I don't on my new theme, on the X theme. So just going to take a look and go through one of his money posts. Now this is brilliant. Tables work really well. And then he's also got his best pick, which I guarantee will be the most expensive one. So if we take a look at just like two of them, I'm just going to see what one's more expensive. It's probably going to be the one that he's recommending. So that's 436. And there's nothing for that. Okay, let's just take a look at another one. I like the way he's done the buttons and everything. You can tell he's put a bit of work into this. And then he's also got the quick navigation guide up here. Again, nice and broken up, easily digestible information. And he's also got, this is where I think he's using Thrive themes on the front of it. So he's using probably Thrive themes for all this kind of, you know, box stuff and whatever else, which is really good. And then he's got a nice big image there. He's using the full width. So what's good for SEO purposes on this is he's not basically leaking any of the link juice to other, you know, pages that are irrelevant, you know, using this just like as it is like this right now, without, you know, leaking any of the link juice to other sites, to other pages. It's really good. And then, you know, it's got like other reads and whatever else. And you can view this on Amazon, so on and so forth. So really nice, easily digestible, pros and cons. I love this because don't forget, like, you know, this is more content based now, but like when you're doing pros and cons, you don't want to, you know, be like doing just pros. Like, you don't want to be just hard jammed on one side. It's not realistic. People smell it from a mile away. So all you do want to do is make the pros much better than the cons, you know, so that way they edge towards the pro. But if they can see like lots of pros and no cons, then they're going to think, okay, well, this is not genuine. This person's just blatantly trying to sell me something. Just spat on my computer screen. Too much pros. But anyway, so you can see here, this is another one. So he's recommending that other one there. They're very similar. So let me just take a look. Sorry, so that one was 436. Yes, so that's only 126. So you can see the difference of price. Yeah, it was obvious that he's going to recommend the most expensive one. Again, this is probably cheaper than the one that he's recommending. You know, that one doesn't work, so he probably needs to sort these links out because they're all not working. And they're taking you to .co.uk, which is good. Like, so he might potentially be using one link. If we just let's just test it and see if it goes off to. Yeah, I think he's using like one link probably to do this. So it will take you to like your country, wherever. But let's just take a look at a few more of his tools and accessories. So I like the way this is sectioned out. Really nice, really easily digestible. And I think this is probably the guy as well. You know, let's have a look. It might be the genuine guy. I'm not sure. Like, or it could be just a persona. Mine's still I've got this site blocker thing that's set so I don't go off topic when I'm doing work during the day. So it blocks all of social media, which is why it doesn't work. So it'll just log off it most probably. I don't know, but this is off right now then, because I don't know. He must have switched off at 5 o'clock then. I'm not sure what why the other link didn't work. So anyway, you can see here that this is the actual Facebook page. So this is really good. I like the Facebook page as well. Facebook pages ain't good for engagement like that anymore, but you know, that's it. So anyway, overall, this is a good site. SEO is pretty good. You know, traffic lines up with what he is saying, you know, like with what he's pitching, and it looks like a good site. So this is a good affiliate website. This is inside of the repairing industry, you know, so repairing different things, like repairing, why does my house smell like campfire? what causes. So his titles are pretty good as well. I mean, like, they're a bit long though. That's the only thing. You don't want really long titles. So like that looks like really long. Let me just see how many words that, how many characters that is. So let's have a look. I don't know what I was doing here. So that's 78 characters. That's a bit too much. Like, you only want to go up to like 65 or something. Yeah. So you only want them like, you know, really and truly like about 65 characters max. Like, because what happens is when you do a Google search, best home decor stores or something like that, I don't know, what happens is it gets truncated. So you can see here it's disappeared. So if you're trying to rank for something, like, you know, you can't really understand what's going on here like to the full extent. So you want to keep it like that, like this is like the perfect length, something like that. So let's have a look at how much that is. I think this should be under 65 characters or something. Okay, so that's what you want to ideally do. So this is like probably the max, yeah, so 63. So you ideally want to keep it like, you know, in between like 55, 65 characters, 55, 70 or something like that. I'm not sure if 70 is too much. I think it probably is about 65 characters. Let's check that one. Yeah. We'll check this one here and see what comes up. So yeah, we're probably talking about 70 characters, okay? So that's still showing up. So 70, I wouldn't go above. Like, that's like the absolute max, okay? And yeah, so I love the way it's sectioned, everything. You know, it's got good on page. It's got Ssl Certificate. Site's fast, loads fast. Good user experience. The only thing is all these gaps. You know, I would solve that because I don't even want... What does that even look like on mobile? It must look horrific. Yeah, you see? So look at the gaps there. It looks kind of dodgy and whatever. But apart from that, I think he's probably had ads and removed them or something like that. Apart from that, really, really good site. So hopefully that can give you a perspective on, you know, the repairing industry, the repairing niche. And this site makes, you know, $375 per month, which has now gone down to $193 per month. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this review and it gives you an insight of what you need to be doing for niche websites. Peace.